Nothing had the impact of when we uncovered her hands. Probably one of the most powerful experiences I've had in my life, because those hands were perfect.
Entombed in primordial stone, an ancient marvel emerges from its 800 million year hibernation. Perfectly preserved microfossils unveil microscopic life forms beyond imagination, challenging long-held theories about early evolution. As researchers meticulously examine each layer, they stand in awe of this prehistoric time capsule. What groundbreaking revelations will these newly uncovered remains yield? Brace yourself for an extraordinary voyage into Earth's primeval past that promises to redefine our understanding of life's earliest chapters. Number 12. Thistle Princess. In 1969, as the world watched astronauts take their first steps on the moon, another groundbreaking discovery was allegedly taking place in the depths of a Siberian mine. According to a sensational story that emerged years later, miners unearthed an 800 million year old sarcophagus containing the perfectly preserved body of a breathtakingly beautiful woman now known as the Thistle Princess. The tale, first published in 2002 in Russia's Pravda newspaper, claimed that on September 5, 1969, miners in the village of Rzhavchik found a marble sarcophagus at a depth of over 230 feet. Inside, submerged in a pink liquid, lay a woman of extraordinary beauty, measuring about 5 feet, 11 inches tall, with European features and dark brown hair. The story sparked wild speculation. Could she be an extraterrestrial visitor, a time traveler, or a relic of a lost advanced civilization? The alleged age of 800 million years defied all scientific understanding of human evolution and Earth's history. According to the tale, the discovery had tragic consequences. One curious individual who tasted the pink liquid died within a week, and all 6 witnesses to the sarcophagus's unveiling perished in separate car accidents. The story claimed that Soviet authorities quickly suppressed information about the find. KGB agents allegedly confiscated the sarcophagus and warned locals to remain silent. In 1973, further excavations at nearby Lake Baratul supposedly uncovered 3 more similar sarcophagi. However, skeptics point out numerous inconsistencies and improbabilities in the story. The lack of concrete evidence, such as photographs or verified eyewitness accounts, casts doubt on its authenticity. The claim of an 800 million year old human-like creature is completely at odds with the fossil record and our understanding of evolution. Some researchers suggest the Thistle Princess story may have been inspired by the real 1993 discovery of the Siberian Ice Maiden, a well-preserved mummy from the 5th century BC found in the Altai Mountains. Despite its dubious nature, the Thistle Princess tale continues to captivate imaginations, joining other mysterious discoveries throughout history that challenge our understanding of the past. While likely a work of fiction, the story speaks to humanity's enduring fascination with the unknown and the possibility of uncovering profound secrets hidden within the earth. Number 11. King Tutankhamun's Tomb, KV62. Tutankhamun's tomb, known as KV62, was discovered on November 4, 1922, by archaeologist Howard Carter and his patron, Lord Carnarvon, in Egypt's Valley of the Kings. This discovery became one of the most famous in Egyptology due to the tomb's remarkably intact state and the wealth of artifacts it contained. The tomb, smaller than typical royal tombs, consists of 4 chambers: the entrance staircase and corridor, antechamber, burial chamber, and treasury. It was likely originally intended for a non-royal individual, but was adapted for Tutankhamun's premature death around 1323 BC. Despite being robbed twice shortly after burial, most of the funerary goods remained intact. The tomb's location on the valley floor allowed it to be hidden by debris from floods and later construction, preserving it from large-scale looting during the Third Intermediate Period. The excavation process lasted a decade, revealing over 5,000 artifacts, including the famous Golden Death Mask, nested coffins, furniture, clothing, and jewelry. These items provided unprecedented insight into ancient Egyptian royal burial practices and material culture. Tutankhamun's mummy was found within 3 nested sarcophagi, the innermost made of solid gold weighing 110 kilograms. The iconic Golden Death Mask, a masterpiece of ancient craftsmanship, stands 54 centimeters tall and weighs 10.23 kilograms. The discovery sparked Tutmania, making Tutankhamun one of the most famous pharaohs. Most artifacts are now housed in the Grand Egyptian Museum in Giza, though Tutankhamun's mummy remains in the tomb. The tomb's popularity has led to conservation challenges, resulting in the creation of a replica to reduce tourist impact on the original site. Number 10. The Tomb of Pharaoh Seti II, KV-17. Tomb KV-17, located in Egypt's Valley of the Kings, is the burial place of Pharaoh Seti, one of the 19th dynasty, discovered on October 16, 1817. By Italian explorer Giovanni Battista Belzoni. It is one of the largest, deepest, and most elaborately decorated tombs in the valley. The tomb stretches 137.19 meters into the mountainside and features 17 chambers and side rooms. Its architecture follows a joggled axis style, with the entry's descending line interrupted by a wiggle that changes to a sharper angle of descent. KV-17's decorations are extensive, including murals depicting religious imagery, illustrations of Seti I before Ra, and scenes from various sacred texts. The ceilings feature astronomical motifs with gold stars on a deep blue background. The vaulted burial chamber is one of the first discovered in the valley. Belzoni found the tomb in excellent condition, with fresh paint and artist's tools still present. However, his methods of documentation and artifact removal caused significant damage. Further damage occurred due to flooding and later excavations. Seti I's mummy was not found in the tomb, but in the royal cache DB320. His outer sarcophagus is now in Sir John Soane's Museum in London. Other artifacts have been removed to museums in Paris, Florence, and Berlin. Recent preservation efforts include 3D scanning, image mapping projects, and the creation of facsimiles of certain rooms. A portion of the tomb, Corridor K, is still being investigated. Despite ongoing restoration efforts, the tomb remains closed due to damage. Number 9. The Tomb of Pharaoh, Psusennes. Psusennes I, also known by his throne name, Akipere Setepenamun, ruled as the third pharaoh of the 21st dynasty from Tanis between 1047 and 1001 BC. His birth name, Pasibkanu or Pasibakayenut, translates to the star appearing in the city, highlighting his celestial and royal lineage. He was born to Pinedjem I and Hanudawi, daughter of Ramesses XI, and married his sister Mutnejmet. Psusennes I's reign is notable for several achievements, including the construction of the central part of the Great Temple at Tanis, dedicated to the triad of Amun, Mut, and Khonsu. He transformed Tanis into a significant capital city, fortifying it with a formidable Temenus wall salvaged from the ruins of Pi Ramesses, the former capital. His tomb, discovered intact by Pierre Montet in 1940, is a testament to his wealth and status. Unlike most royal tombs that were looted in antiquity, Psusennes I's tomb remained undisturbed, showcasing treasures such as his magnificent funerary mask made of gold and lapis lazuli, considered a masterpiece now housed in the Cairo Museum. The tomb also contained elaborate artifacts like gold finger and toe stalls and sandals, reflecting the pharaoh's luxurious burial. Psusennes I's legacy is further marked by the longevity of his reign, estimated between 41 to 46 years. suggesting stability and prosperity under his rule. His burial in recycled sarcophagi from earlier pharaohs underscores the complex practice of tomb reuse during Egypt's Third Intermediate Period. Despite the challenges of his later years, as evidenced by his physical ailments as determined by anatomist Douglas Derry, Susen's rule represents a period of cultural continuity and royal splendor during Egypt's transitional phase, bridging the decline of the New Kingdom with the resurgence of Egyptian power in subsequent dynasties. His contributions to Tanis and his intact tomb serve as enduring testaments to his reign's significance in ancient Egyptian history. Number 8. The Tomb of Pakal the Great. Archaeologists recently uncovered a significant artifact at the Palenque archaeological site in Mexico, a stucco mask believed to depict the aged face of the renowned Maya ruler, Pakal the Great. This discovery, made in 2016 during excavations of the temple's drainage system, marks a milestone in Maya archaeology. The 20-centimeter mask bears distinctive features, including pronounced wrinkles around the mouth and cheeks, suggesting it portrays Pakal in his later years. Pakal, who ascended to the throne at the age of 12 and ruled until his death at 80, oversaw a pivotal era in Maya history from 615 AD to 683 AD. The mask's naturalistic style and size indicate it likely served as architectural decoration, though its exact origin remains uncertain. According to Diego Prieto, director of Mexico's National Institute of Anthropology and History, the discovery underscores Palenque's ongoing significance in revealing insights into Maya civilization. Alongside the stucco mask, excavators found ceramic figures, decorated bones, and animal remains, suggesting they were offerings for the completion or reconstruction of structures. The Palenque ruins, known for their intricate craftsmanship and Maya mythological reliefs, continue to yield discoveries that expand our understanding of this ancient civilization. Recent advancements in archaeological technology, supported by initiatives like the U.S. Ambassador's Fund for Cultural Preservation, have further enriched our knowledge of the Maya's cultural and historical legacy. This find adds to a growing body of evidence reshaping perceptions of Maya civilization, highlighting its artistic achievements and the complexities of its societal structures. As ongoing research reveals more about Pakal and his era, it promises to deepen our comprehension of one of history's most sophisticated ancient civilizations. Number 7. The Tomb of the Griffin Warrior. The Griffin Warrior Tomb, a remarkable Bronze Age discovery near Pylos, Greece, was unearthed by a University of Cincinnati research team led by archaeologists Jack L. Davis and Sharon Stalker in 2015. This tomb, dating back to around 1450 BC, yielded an exceptionally well-preserved adult male skeleton along with a wealth of artifacts, totaling over 3,500 items to date. Among the treasures recovered are significant Minoan artifacts such as the Pylos combat agate, a seal stone depicting a warrior scene, and 4 intricately detailed gold rings featuring imagery from Minoan mythology. These findings highlight cultural connections and trade networks of the time, showcasing the influence of Minoan civilization on the Mycenaean world. The tomb's occupant, identified as a dignitary of robust stature, was adorned with items suggesting both warrior and possibly priestly roles. These include a meter-long sword with a gold-coated hilt, a gold-hilted dagger, and a variety of ceremonial vessels made of gold and silver. Intriguingly, the presence of ivory combs implies he had long hair, a detail further substantiated by recent facial reconstructions revealing a broad, determined visage. Ongoing analysis, including scientific examinations of the skeleton's teeth and pelvic bones, aim to uncover more about this individual's genetic background, diet, and cause of death. The excavation at the Griffin Warrior Tomb not only enriches our understanding of Mycenaean funerary practices and social hierarchy, but also underscores the continuing importance of Pylos as a key site for unraveling the complexities of ancient Aegean civilizations. Number 6. The Black Sarcophagus, Alexandria, Egypt. The Black Sarcophagus, discovered in Alexandria, Egypt in 2018, captivated the world's attention with its mysterious presence and imposing size. Unearthed during a construction project, this massive granite coffin measured nearly 9 feet long, 5 feet wide, and 6 feet tall, weighing an estimated 30 tons. Its black exterior, untouched for over 2,000 years, fueled speculation about its contents and the identity of its occupant. When archaeologists finally opened the sarcophagus, they found something unexpected. Instead of the remains of a high-ranking official, or perhaps even Alexander the Great, as some had hoped, they discovered 3 skeletons submerged in a reddish-brown liquid. This liquid, initially thought to be some form of elixir or preservation fluid, turned out to be sewage water that had seeped in over the millennia. The skeletons belonged to 2 men and a woman, none of whom were royalty. One of the male skulls showed signs of having undergone trepanation, a surgical procedure performed in ancient times. This discovery, while not as sensational as some had anticipated, provided valuable insights into the burial practices and medical procedures of Ptolemaic-era Egypt. The Black Sarcophagus sparked public fascination to such an extent that an online petition circulated, humorously demanding that people be allowed to drink the liquid found inside. While this request was obviously not granted, it demonstrated the powerful grip this ancient artifact had on the modern imagination. Today, the sarcophagus and its contents continue to be studied, offering archaeologists a rare glimpse into Alexandria's past and adding another intriguing chapter to Egypt's rich archaeological history. Number 5. The Tomb of Senebkai. The tomb of Senebkai Woserebre Senebkai, an ancient Egyptian pharaoh from the Second Intermediate Period, came to archaeological light with the discovery of his tomb in January 2014 at Abydos, Egypt. This find provided evidence for an independent Abydos dynasty, concurrent with the 15th and 16th dynasties. Discovered by Joseph W. Wegner of the University of Pennsylvania and Egyptian archaeologists, Senebkai's tomb is located in southern Abydos. The burial chamber, constructed with reused limestone blocks, features decorations depicting various deities and scenes typical of royal tombs. The walls bear inscriptions including the pharaoh's titulary, proclaiming him as King of Upper and Lower Egypt, Voserebre, the son of Re, Senebkai. Despite evidence of earlier plundering, the tomb yielded significant findings. Senebkai's remains, measured at approximately 5 feet 10 inches tall, showed signs of a violent death, likely in battle. Examination of his skeleton revealed 18 wounds, indicating he was attacked from below, possibly while on horseback or in a chariot. The fatal blows to his skull were inflicted with battle axes typical of the Second Intermediate Period. Interestingly, some of the burial equipment found in Senebkai's tomb, such as the canopic box, was repurposed from older tombs, hinting at resource scarcity or hurried burial practices. The discovery not only shed light on a lesser-known period of ancient Egyptian history, but also provided insights into the tumultuous political and military landscape of the era. Number 4. The Tomb of Yuya and Chuyu. The tomb of Yuya and Thuya in the Valley of the Kings are renowned in Egyptology for their rich discoveries and historical significance. Discovered in February 1905 by James E. Quibble, Under Theodore M. Davis's sponsorship, this tomb unveiled a treasure trove of artifacts belonging to Yuya and his wife Thuya, parents of Queen Ti, the wife of Pharaoh Amenhotep III. Yuya and Thuya, both originally from Akhmim, were non-royal nobles associated with the cult of the local god Min. Their tomb, although robbed multiple times in antiquity, still yielded remarkable artifacts and well-preserved mummies. The tomb's location, nestled between KV3 and KV4, was initially explored after a series of excavations in the area by Davis's team. The entrance to KV46 was partially open when first encountered, suggesting it had been previously raided. Despite the initial dark and hot conditions inside, the team, led by Davis and accompanied by Gaston Maspero and Arthur Weigel, ventured forth with candles to explore further. Inside, they encountered a chamber filled with a diverse array of items: sarcophagi, gilded coffins, canopic chests, a chariot, furniture pieces, and various vessels. The tomb also held the intact mummies of Yuya and Thuya, lying undisturbed in their coffins. The excavation was hurried due to concerns over potential robbery, prompting meticulous recording, photographing, and packing of the tomb's contents for transport to the Egyptian Museum in Cairo. Despite the rush, the discoveries were highly acclaimed, preceding the later fame of Tutankhamun's tomb. During the clearance, an unexpected visitor, Empress Eugenie of France, made an appearance, showcasing the global intrigue surrounding such monumental discoveries. Yuya and Thuya's tomb remains a pivotal find, shedding light on the lives and material culture of non-royal elites during the 18th dynasty. Its discoveries not only enriched the understanding of ancient Egyptian burial practices, but also underscored the wealth and status of Yuya and Thuya, pivotal figures in the royal court through their daughter Taye. Number 3. The Tomb of Smenkhare, KV55. KV55, located in the Valley of the Kings, stands as a significant yet enigmatic tomb in ancient Egyptian archaeology. Discovered by Edward R. Ayrton in 1907 during Theodore M. Davis's excavation, its identity and historical context have been subjects of considerable debate and speculation. Initially believed to potentially house the remains of the infamous pharaoh Akhenaten, the tomb's occupant was later confirmed through genetic and scientific testing in February 2010 to be a royal figure, specifically the son of Amenhotep III and the father of Tutankhamun. This finding strongly suggests that the occupant is Akhenaten, given that the age at death matches historical records. KV55's history further complicates its interpretation. It is widely regarded as a royal cache and reburial site from the late 18th dynasty, established after the abandonment of Akhetaten and the dismantling of its royal necropolis. The tomb's contents, including artifacts and remnants of mummies, indicate that it likely housed multiple individuals at different times, possibly including Queen Ti. The tomb was re-entered during the 20th dynasty, resulting in the removal of any additional occupants and the desecration of the remaining artifacts. This period also saw the tomb's transformation into what is known as the Amarna cache, reflecting the mixed and disrupted nature of its contents. KV55 itself is a relatively small, undecorated single-chamber tomb, measuring approximately 27.61 meters in length. Situated centrally in the valley, it is positioned adjacent to KV6 and across from KV7 and KV62. The tomb's layout suggests it was originally planned similarly to KV62, possibly as a private burial site that was later repurposed for a royal interment. Throughout its history, KV55 has undergone various stages of exploration, conservation, and reevaluation. From the initial discovery and clearance by Ayrton in 1907 to subsequent studies and conservation efforts in the 20th and 21st centuries, KV55 continues to yield insights into the complex burial practices and royal transitions during ancient Egypt's New Kingdom period. Number 2. The Tomb of the Red Queen, Palenque, Mexico. The Tomb of the Red Queen, located within Temple 13 of the ancient Maya city of Palenque, stands as a testament to the city's rich history and archaeological intrigue. Discovered in 1994 by Mexican archaeologist Fanny Lopez Jimenez during routine stabilization work, the tomb is believed to date back to the late Classic period of Maya civilization, between 600 and 700 AD. Palenque, known in ancient Mayan as Lacam HA, flourished as one of the most prosperous and influential city-states in pre-Columbian Mexico. Nestled amidst the Chiapas Mountains, its architectural splendor and cultural achievements reflected its strategic location near rivers, waterfalls, and natural pools. The city reached its zenith during the reign of Pakal the Great, whose burial in the nearby Pyramid of the Inscriptions symbolizes Palenque's peak. Temple 13, adjacent to the Pyramid of the Inscriptions, is comparatively smaller in size but equally significant. Standing about 12 meters high, it had remained largely unexplored despite previous archaeological endeavors. In 1994, Lopez Jimenez's keen observation of a small crack hidden by temple stairs led to the monumental discovery. Upon uncovering a narrow passageway and a sealed door, Lopez Jimenez and her team embarked on a meticulous excavation journey. Inside Temple 13, they encountered a series of corridors and chambers. The initial narrow corridor, obscured by debris, led to a larger, well-preserved corridor made of limestone blocks. Alongside this corridor were 3 chambers, 2 of which were open and displayed signs of ritual activities, while the third was sealed with a stucco-covered stone wall adorned with traces of pigment. The decision to breach the sealed chamber wall cautiously reflects the team's dedication to preserving potential artistic and historical treasures. A small hole was carefully made, revealing a sarcophagus and an impeccably intact tomb inside. This tomb, covered with bright red cinnabar powder, earned the nickname Tomb of the Red Queen due to its vibrant hues and the presumed noblewoman buried within, possibly Lady Ixtacbu Ajah. The discovery of the Red Queen's tomb not only shed light on Palenque's royal lineage and funerary practices, but also underscored the ongoing significance of the site in Maya studies. Its artifacts and insights into Maya rituals and beliefs continue to captivate archaeologists and historians, offering a glimpse into the sophisticated civilization that once thrived in the jungles of Chiapas. As research and conservation efforts persist, the Tomb of the Red Queen remains a pivotal archaeological find in unraveling the mysteries of Palenque's past. The Tomb of Ka and Merit, Deir el Medina, Egypt, 15th century BCE. The Tomb of Ka and Merit, designated as TT8, is a poignant testament to the life and afterlife of an ancient Egyptian foreman and his wife, situated in the northern cemetery of Deir el Medina. Ka, whose exact origins remain unclear, rose to prominence during the mid-18th dynasty, supervising the workforce responsible for constructing royal tombs under the reigns of pharaohs Amenhotep II, Thutmose IV, and Amenhotep III. His skill and dedication were recognized with titles such as Overseer of Works in the Great Place, a role that encompassed architectural oversight and likely involved ceremonial duties associated with tomb construction. The tomb complex of Ka and Merit consists of a chapel and a burial chamber, both revealing insights into their lives and beliefs. The chapel, characterized by its pyramid shape, served as a ceremonial space where Ka and Merit were honored by their family and community. Scenes on its walls depict the couple receiving offerings from their children and venerating Osiris, the god of the afterlife. Despite defacement during the Amarna period and subsequent restorations, the chapel's enduring significance underscores its role as one of the oldest and most revered in Deir el Medina's necropolis. The tomb itself, concealed beneath the cliffs opposite the chapel, was discovered in 1906 by Ernesto Schiaparelli of the Italian Archaeological Mission. Its strategic location, clever concealment through natural debris, and subsequent tomb construction helped preserve its contents from ancient looters. Upon excavation, the burial chamber revealed a treasure trove of over 400 artifacts meticulously arranged around the wooden sarcophagi of Ka and Merit. Among the discoveries were stools, beds, and storage chests filled with personal belongings, clothing, and tools, as well as tables laden with offerings of bread, meats, and fruit. Merit's body was adorned with a funerary mask, while Ka possessed one of the earliest copies of the Book of the Dead, emphasizing his preparation for the journey through the afterlife. Both mummies, although never unwrapped, displayed remarkable preservation, facilitated by burial practices that included the placement of metal jewelry and funerary amulets under their bandages. The significance of Ka's tomb extends beyond its archaeological richness. Its excavation marked a pivotal moment in the study of ancient Egyptology. The entirety of the tomb's contents, meticulously recorded and photographed during a brief 3-day window, were subsequently transported to Italy, where they became the centerpiece of the Museo Egizio in Turin. The tomb's exhibition has undergone several revisions, most recently in 2015, reflecting ongoing scholarly interest and advancements in preservation techniques. Ka's career achievements and the familial bonds illustrated in his tomb provide invaluable insights into the social structure and religious beliefs of ancient Egypt. His tomb's discovery not only enriched our understanding of Deir el-Medina's community, but also highlighted the craftsmanship and spiritual devotion that characterized Egyptian funerary practices during the New Kingdom. As ongoing research continues to illuminate the lives of Ka, Merit, and their contemporaries, their legacy endures as a testament to the enduring quest for immortality in ancient Egyptian culture. We are coming to an end here today. Thanks for watching, and for such top listing videos, subscribe to our channel.